Hello everybody, this is Deep Cosmic Space Wizard, bringing you guys another collective tarot card reading for the day. And for the day I pulled the card Spiritual Practice. And in the book, it says, a spiritual practice will help ground your day. It may trigger observations that lead to life-changing breakthroughs and ideas. There are many ways to maintain a spiritual connection through a committed practice. Ganesha is asking you to reflect on the benefits that may be gained by following a specific daily routine for your spirituality. This might include prayer, meditation, or an exercise schedule that connects the body, mind, and spirit, such as yoga or Tai Chi. Additionally, consider burning incense, which is often used to accompany prayers, invocations, and spells in many cultures. As the incense smoke rises up to the heavens, it is said to represent the requests reaching their destination and meeting with approval from the divine. Incense is also believed to have properties that dispel negative energy. Use incense or burnt sage to create a special haven for yourself or to clear a sacred space in preparation for a special occasion or ceremony. The smell of incense can also bring about heightened spiritual awareness and realization for the user. There are many tools and techniques that you can use throughout your day to preserve or regain tranquility. Even simply taking a deep breath can restore a spiritual connection. Find what works for you and dedicate some time into your practice each day. Okay, so spiritual practice. Well, what is spiritual? What is spiritual is something that is which is beyond the physicality of things. It is the belief or the understanding. Belief is generally when you have ideas about something that you don't know are true. So, some people would say they believe in it because they don't know it to be real, but they feel like it could be, or they feel like it is, but they don't have enough evidence, so they say they believe. And to some people, believing might mean that it is true, but usually belief means that you're just saying that you think something is there, basically. And then understanding it to be there means, actually, obviously knowing, truly knowing, not just guessing more or less. One second. Okay, my apologies. The video I have today just started talking, so I didn't realize I was going to do that. But yeah, so spiritual though, what is spiritual? Some would say it's your soul, realizing that you're more than just a body. Some would say it's religion. Some would say that it's connection to God. There's very many different interpretations for the word spiritual. Some people might think that it's psychic abilities or premonitions or channeling energy or something, or maybe healing miraculously, through spiritual means. But so what is spirituality? Spirituality is also one of these words that mean many different things to many different people. Spirituality means, in the Eastern traditions, like in Hinduism, I believe, in Buddhism, it's about basically realizing your true self and dropping the identity of the ego, and moving beyond the ego and moving into something bigger than yourself and connecting with that. Spirituality means being loving to people and the planet and all beings. That's what it means to some people. Spirituality can be, let's see, what else can spirituality be? Spirituality can be religion as well. Spirituality can be connecting with God too, connecting with the universe, connecting with the higher being. Spirituality is basically referring to things that aren't of the physical nature. So spiritual practice. Once again, there's many ways, many interpretations of what a spiritual practice can be. I would say anything that connects you with the deeper part of yourself. That could be anything, like, so, I mean, maybe, you know, playing an instrument is spiritual. Sorry about that. One of the hoops just went flying. But yeah, so spirituality can be practiced in many different ways. Like, it could be like me doing these tarot readings. To me, this is part of my spiritual practice. To me, spirituality is connecting with my soul, connecting with the parts of me that are, you know, love and peace and bliss and stillness and openness and compassion and sympathy and consciousness, like awareness. To me, this is what spirituality is, part of it at least. You know, so for me, this is my spiritual practice. One thing that I do, just to give another example, you know, hula hooping, doing like flow arts can be spiritual. Tai Chi, yoga, meditation. You know, there's so many things that can bring that spiritual essence into your life. What else? You know, there's just so many, even like maybe sports. I mean, you can make anything a spiritual practice, really, as long as it's being true to you and, you know, really allowing you to connect with that part that's beyond the physical, connecting with your true self. You know, spirituality can be going to church. Spirituality can be taking a walk. You know, but it's all just in the manner in which you do it. You know, like, are you doing your spiritual practice, you know, like taking a normal walk as opposed to a spiritual practice walk would be like you're just walking, you're just kind of letting your mind go wherever you want it to go, you're just doing whatever, you're going about your normal day, and you're, you know, and you're just letting your conscious mind just do its thing, and you know, you're not really taking time to reflect or go deeper. You're just acting, you know, and you're not really being more so. So it's like taking a walk and, like, you know, maybe focusing on your breaths while you walk and noticing how, like, maybe like you feel when a car drives by, you know, and just, but staying focused on your breath and then realizing that gap in between the way you feel and what you're focused on, and within that you can kind of get a deeper experience as the observer, you know, and you can see your thoughts and your emotions come up, but not really like get stuck in them, you know, and that can be an example of a spiritual practice, I believe, and that could be the difference between taking a walk and making it a spiritual practice. You know, but like I said, the word spiritual is just so loosely interpreted and you know, it's understood in so many different ways and perceived in so many different ways that, you know, it seems like the possibilities are infinite. I mean, you know, if we get into it even a little bit deeper, like, I mean, spirituality to some people could potentially be using one's own soul for negative intentions, you know, and some people, you know, would say like that's not spiritual because it's not rooted in love, but I mean, to me, like, if you're doing dark arts, and maybe you're practicing like some kind of like satanic, religions or teachings, and I know there's Satanists who aren't really that bad of people. They're probably more good than bad. Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't know them personally, but I feel like I've seen Satanists come out and talk, and they seem like reasonable people. Some of their beliefs are rooted more, their ideologies are rooted more in like, if you treat me wrong, well then I'm gonna treat you wrong. If you treat me right, then I'll treat you right. Whereas like in Christianity or Catholicism, it's like, if someone treats you wrong, like you still treat them with love. So there's differences, but philosophically speaking, I mean, they can kind of both have ups and downs, I suppose. But I guess the true question is which one leads to which paths. There's so many questions that this opens up. Like, if you're a bad person in this lifetime, whatever that means, being a bad person, like if you say hurt people all the time and you go around murdering people and stealing and stuff, or like doing like bad things, then what is in the afterlife? How does that affect you? Does it actually affect you? Does our actions have any consequences in the afterlife, if there even is an afterlife? And if you're good, how does that affect you as well? So there's just so many. There's so many things to bring up when it comes to spirituality, and you really gotta like kind of, I don't know, I would say you gotta like read and like look up a lot of things and understand things, but that's not necessarily the case. I mean, you could just connect with yourself, like, I mean, and not read a thing and not ever have come in contact with any spiritual teacher or anything, and you can just sitting outside with some tea and relaxing, like that could be beneficial to your soul, I would say, and in your body too, and you would relax. And to me that's spiritual, is like when you're allowing deep relaxation, because I feel like in deeper relaxation you can reach higher states of mind states, and you can tap into higher levels of intelligence and creativity in different ways. I suppose intensity though too can bring out creativity inside of you, and the world and the universe, and it's all just so multifaceted and so many different avenues to go up and down, and so many different ways to look at things. And it's all an experience. It's all a journey. I'm still figuring out what the soul is. Like, I believe in the soul. I want to say I know the soul. Like, it's like so hard to just say like, yeah, like I know that I have a soul. Like sometimes, like what if I am just a body and a brain? Like, what I mean? But it doesn't really seem like that, because I mean, when you go deeper into thinking about it, like it just almost seems impossible to just be this thing that's just here for a random amount of time and then never to ever exist ever again. Like, just the fundamental question of how is reality even existing, how is it happening, boggles the mind enough in a way to where it becomes ineffable, and it's like this state of mystery that the human being condition seems to be in, and there's a search for truth, but I think the truth is really found in the deep stillness. I really do think when you enter into these deep states of inner searching, you find things that are beyond the logical, things that are beyond the physical, and then for yourself you could kind of see the soul and the spirit, and in the power of connecting with that, you know. And that's why I say I know, because I feel like I do connect with it, you know. And I don't say that out of an egotistical standpoint to be boastful or anything. It's just I've always wanted to search for truth and meaning, and you know, I'm saying this because I feel like you guys can see it for yourself too if you just practice going within, develop a spiritual practice, and see the magic in life, and see the beauty of your own soul. You know, and it's so much more than this body and this brain. You know, so yeah, spirituality, and the word spiritual or spirit, you know, it can mean a lot of different things, but it's there. And I invite you guys to just develop a spiritual practice, find your spirit, connect with your spirit, and yeah. I love you guys, all you magical, beautiful souls, and I wish all of you abundance, peace, joy, bliss, success, prosperity, gratitude, and namaste.